Catherine Timpf is a columnist for the National Review and a Fox News contributor. And Bernard Whitman is a former Bill Clinton pollster and the CEO of Whitman Insight Strategies. Welcome to you both. Great to have you here on set. So those were really nice words coming from President Obama. How, Kat, do you make that happen?
Yeah, it's a lot nicer than if this man is elected, then our republic is at stake.
Right.
Makes it especially awkward. Well, you have no other choice at this point, obviously, but to try and move forward. Unity is a tough thing. It's always a tough thing. President Obama, that was his whole, we're going to unite this country. There's no red states, blue states, only the United States. And this happened under President Obama. This election happened under President Obama. It's a tough thing to do.
So, Bernard, what do Republicans and Democrats need to do to at least have a smooth transition and heal some of the wounds?
Well, I think the onus clearly is on Donald Trump. He is the president-elect, and he ran an extremely negative and divisive campaign. I think my advice to him, do the exact opposite.
So, hold on. So did Hillary Clinton calling Trump supporters deplorables.
Hillary Clinton is not the president. Donald Trump is. It is now on him, and I would give him the advice to do the opposite of what he did to get into the White House. Number one, I would urge him to inspire hope, not fear. I would ask him to offer respect, not denigration.
How would you suggest he do that?
I think that he has to reach out to those people and recognize that a lot of people, the majority of people, did not vote for him. And there are a lot of people who are hurt. And having people that are likely to be as an administration, like Rudy Giuliani, going around calling protesters crybabies is not helping. Having David Clark, who might be in his administration, saying that they're calling them temper tantrums from radical anarchists.
Well, burning American flags and saying this is not my country. I mean, you know, some might argue that that is a little bit. College students, they're getting days off and tests off because they're so upset.
The responsibility of the president and the president-elect to help unite the country. I think Obama did a great job, and
I was
impressed by his humbleness.
Pardon me 1 second. I want to mention to our viewers, we're taking a live look at Los Angeles right there. Yesterday and throughout the night, we had a lot of protesters, some even closing down the 101 highway. If anybody knows the LA area, that is a significant freeway going through Los Angeles. We're taking a live look at that right there. We'll bring you more on that as we get it. But Kat, let me ask you about that, because the popular vote, this is the second time in 16 years that the person coming into the White House has lost the popular vote. So many would argue that there are some fences to be mended between Donald Trump and those who didn't vote for him. How do you think he should go about it?
Of course. I think it's going to require a lot more time, first of all, and action. And you talk about the people that are protesting, the people who are demanding, you know, off work, not taking tests. In order to exceed expectations, all Donald Trump really needs to do is just to turn out to be not literally Hitler. Okay, that's how serious, that's how serious it is. Okay, that's how much that they hate him. So it's if you hate someone that much, it's gonna take time.
Do you agree with that, Bernard?
No, I think that he has a lot of work to do, and I think one of the other things I'd say to him is he needs to listen to the opinions of others that he does not agree with instead of shutting them down.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he has a lot of work to do, but I'm saying that they hate him so much that him not being Hitler would exceed some of their expectations. I'm not saying that they would be satisfied with that.
How does he go about exactly reaching out? Does he give a national speech? Does he make a policy proposal?
I think as part of his, in his much lauded 100 days, I think he should bring people that voted against him, groups that are opposed to him, Muslims, Hispanics, women, into the White House during his first week in office and say, let's try to find common ground to work together. And by the way, in your opener, I totally agree with you. We need to get to know each other more and bring this country together. We are one United States of America.
Well, he did do that. Remember when he went down to Mexico and had the meeting down there and said, you know, we found some common ground, and we started talking about drug interdiction and things of that nature. So he has had some experience with that. I'm just wondering how things might be different in Washington with an executive running the place as opposed to
that tone was the same as the tone was when he got his acceptance speech. He just can't go back to some of the more negative stuff. And going to be a lot. 4 years is a long time to slip up.
Bernard, finally, I want to ask you, President Obama was not known for his great relationships on Capitol Hill. You know, when he went golfing, often he'd bring his buddies or his staffers, and some would argue that he could have gotten more accomplished on Capitol Hill had he hung out with these folks more.
I agree.
How do you see Donald Trump handling that?
Well, you know, he's got huge fence mending to do because he and Paul Ryan don't have the warmest of relationships. Mitch McConnell basically looked at his agenda and say, well, we're going to do what I want to do. I think he's going to have to go to Capitol Hill. I think he's going to have to do something that is not in his DNA, which is humble himself. And if he wants to be an effective president, he is going to need Congress bad. And my last piece of advice to Donald Trump, stay off Twitter.
Well, he's been doing a pretty good job staying off Twitter recently, certainly. Bernard Whitman, thank you so much. Thanks for your expertise, having worked for the Clintons as a pollster. And Kat Timpf from National Review. Kat, Fox News contributor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.